How's it going, everybody? This is Top Driver. Hope you're having another great day, and welcome back to another video. Alright, it's time for my first life update of 2024. In this series, I'll talk about everything that's been happening with me outside of YouTube, and I'll also share with you a little bit about my content plans for the next couple of months. And also, this one will feature my prediction for Super Bowl LVIII that will be played tomorrow by the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. So stay tuned for the very end of the video. I'll give you my predictions for the big game tomorrow night. But right now, let's get into the life update. So starting out with everything that's been happening with me outside of YouTube, well, not really much. It's just been same old, same old. Obviously, it's just a lot of concerts that we've been doing at the New Jersey Symphony, but we've had some bangers lately, obviously. We've had Joshua Bell, we've had Handel's Messiah, we've also had performances with Augustin Hadwick, and even the world premiere of We Came to America by Rob Capello is a famous music commentator that talks about music and the origins and meanings of it in America, and obviously we had him lately for a performance of that piece with a few choirs as well, and so obviously that was a very special night. And of course, we had our Lunar New Year celebration literally last weekend. Again, as I mentioned before, because today is the first day of the Year of the Dragon, again, just a happy Lunar New Year to those who celebrate. It's been a lot of fun with those concerts, and we've got a lot more to come. Obviously, we have our tribute concert to Aretha Franklin next weekend, and of course, Carmina Burana and the Four Seasons, two major classical music pieces that reverberate across the music world. And then near the very end of March, we have our one night only exclusive of Matilda in concert with New Jersey native Danny DeVito. That's going to be a lot of fun at State Theater, New Jersey, New Brunswick. I hope I can see many of you there. We still got a lot of concerts throughout the rest of the year that we are doing, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting to do some of those. And of course, I've also been to a lot of New York Philharmonic concerts as well. I've seen literally this past week 2 performances, one with a silent film that I've never even heard of before prior to, I believe, late last year, called Metropolis. I also saw an Alpine Symphony, and along with a few other concerts as well, so obviously that's been a lot of fun. I also saw Black Panther during the winter as well in December, so that's a lot of fun. I'm planning on seeing a few more of those as well, and I'm also looking at expanding my reach as well outside of that, along with to Carnegie Hall, obviously, a couple more performances in Princeton, and also I recently went to Livingston Symphony Orchestra, which is a regional-based orchestra, obviously. Those of you that don't know, I originally went to Livingston High School for a couple of years, and going to go back there for the first time in a while, that was a lot of fun, and I do hope to see another one of those concerts again in the near future. And also, we went to the Union College Young Professionals Committee Winter Hangout at Darby Road, and obviously that was a lot of fun. I was not many people that came to that one compared to the last Winter Hangout that I went to, but that was still a lot of fun, obviously. You know, I got to see a lot of great friends, obviously, and then near the middle of April, whenever that is, I anticipate will be the induction ceremony for the ILSI chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, which of course I have been to the last couple of years. I definitely hope to get to go there again this spring. That's usually one of the best days of the year because I get to see new people get inducted into a chapter that I was once an officer for, and obviously once again meet and also see some more friends as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to that day when that comes. And one more thing that I actually want to make note before I move on to the content update. Last month marked 5 years since I began YouTube. Those that don't know, I started my independent YouTube channel on January of 2019. That was after I had graduated from Union County College and made my move to Kean University, and I decided that I wanted to continue making videos for my own channel, and so I felt like that would be the time that I would start making videos on my channel. And obviously tailed off a little bit after February. I only made a couple videos later that summer, but after that, I wouldn't really get serious with this channel again until the summer of 2020 when I did my internship with Best Buddies New Jersey, which obviously many of you already know about. But yeah, basically 5 years ago to last month was the day that I started my own YouTube path. And obviously, as I said before, this is not going to be a big channel, obviously. This is just going to be something that I do for fun and really just to share my love of content making for you guys and just talk about life in general, obviously. Some of my favorite topics, obviously, but the fact that I'm now 5 years into this, obviously, it has still been a very long journey, considering that I did not think I would be doing it for this long. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing YouTube. Like I said before, I have a lot of things that I have taking place outside my life that I do want to focus on, but hey, It's just definitely been a fun journey, and really it's all because of you guys, those of you that really stuck around throughout those 5 years. And again, I'm sure for some of you it may have been a painful wait throughout the summer of 2019 to the summer of 2020 before you saw me finally make videos again, but again, those that really really stuck around. Just thank you so much, obviously. Like I said before, I would have not been able to have the fun 5 years that I have had here on YouTube if it wasn't for you guys coming back and enjoying all the content that I've been making. And I have a lot more planned, obviously, in the near future. So for those that have stuck around and are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I really enjoy your support. For those that are new or not subscribed or see my videos, I encourage you to subscribe because there's going to be a lot of great content that I got planned over the next couple of months that I'll share with you in just a little bit. And I promise you, some of them is going to be pretty exciting and some a little bit crazy. But you know what? Hey, that's YouTube, obviously. You gotta do a lot of fun stuff to go along with that. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting to do more of that content with you guys, and I can't wait to share that with you in just a little bit. But again, thank you so much for sticking around with me for the last 5 years. It's definitely been a lot of fun getting to be on YouTube, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing this for another 5 years, or maybe even longer than that, depending on where things go. But again, just thank you so much for this milestone and for all of your support. It obviously means a lot during this time. Anyways, with that out of the way, I'd like to now get into my content update, and as I mentioned before, there's a lot of fun content that I got planned for the next couple of months, all the way through at least mid-April before my next life update. So let's get into that right now. Some of my most successful content that I've done lately has been some food challenges. Obviously, I've done duck donuts, I've also done a couple of truck videos, I've also done a challenge with Taco Bell, which that obviously blew up, and I'm very thankful for the support that video has gotten, and also an ice cream cake challenge that I did last month. So I thought I'd expand on some of that. I plan on doing a little bit more in regards to food challenge content over the next couple of months. I already have a couple more in my mind, as well as a couple of truck videos. In fact, I have quite a number of drinks in my fridge, obviously, that I like to do a couple of challenges on, you know, and so hey, stay tuned for that. Obviously, I'll definitely try to see I can make a couple more of those. There's also a double Big Mac that I'd like to try, turn that into a challenge and stuff like that, and I still would like to do a KFC Big Box challenge, obviously. You know, again, there is no KFC on Route 22 anymore, but I still want to try something like that, so stay tuned. Obviously, those stuff might be a little bit limited because next month is also the beginning of Ramadan, so obviously that might be cut down just a little bit, but I'm going to try to see if I can make as much of that as possible. Again, this has probably been some of my most popular content in the last couple of months, so I definitely hope to like to do some more of those. So just let me know down in the comments what you would like to see in regards to that. Again, that's just depending on if I can keep my stomach from getting big. I know I talked a lot about potentially doing a video about my experience at Stop and Shop. Obviously, I've already done a video in regards to why you should never be a cart attendant. Obviously, some of those are going to be playing in a factor in regards to that video, but I know some of you have talked to me about sharing my experience about that, so hopefully sometime before April I might talk a little bit about that. I'll make a little bit of a video about, you know, what I went through during Stop and Shop, and really just why I chose to quit there, and really what were the reasons why it was my overall worst job experience next to Walmart. Hopefully sometime in the next few months, so stay tuned for that. I'll hopefully try to make that at some point. I also have a couple of random thoughts in my mind. What I have in particular, lately I've been watching a lot of TikTok cooking videos. So if you've been following TikTok, you know that cooking videos have really taken over as one of the more popular trends on there, and there are some weird things that I'm seeing on there that kind of creep me out a little bit, and also are probably really interesting and entertaining as well. I'm talking about rage bait cooking, obviously. Again, I don't have a TikTok account, but I've still been watching quite a bit of those, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about that, so stay tuned. That might be a random thought that I might talk about. And I haven't really done any real video game content in almost like a couple of months now, so I'm maybe looking at doing maybe a couple bits of it over the next few months. I still want to do another back game review, maybe another top 5 video, or maybe even a history video in regards to some of my favorite video games, and also do like a revisiting style series. I know I've talked quite a bit about, you know, doing a review outside the back game reviews that I usually do. I haven't really done that, but however in this one it will probably be more of a revisiting series, looking back at some of my favorite overall video games that I can review. So I definitely like to share that. Again, I have quite a bit in my collection already, so you know, just let me know out in the comments below what you would like for me to review, and I'll definitely take a look at reviewing one of those games at some point. And yeah, that's just part of some of the many great content that I got planned over the next couple of months. I got a few more that I also have planned that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So again, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that way you can see all of that content. I promise you a lot of it is going to be a ton of fun. So stick around. There's going to be a lot of great stuff over the next couple of months. And finally, obviously this weekend is is Super Bowl Sunday, and so you know what that means. It is Super Bowl 58, and I'm going to share with you my predictions on the big game this Sunday at Las Vegas between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. And yes, if you saw Super Bowl 54 4 years ago, you pretty much know the story. This is basically a rematch of that game in which the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers that day. However, things have definitely changed since then. Obviously the Kansas City Chiefs, they entered this game as the defending Super Bowl champions. However, they've had more of an up and down season this year, and really, they only made it to the Super Bowl because of a big postseason run with the help of guys like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and even some new guys like Isaiah Pacheco and Rashee Rice and all of those guys. Obviously, this is just a real class effort by those guys to really make it to the Super Bowl when really they had to do it on the road after winning their home game in Miami during the wild card round. So it was definitely unprecedented territory, but hey, congrats to them on making it again. They have a chance to become back-to-back Super Bowl champions, which hasn't been done since the 2003-2004 seasons by the New England Patriots, so it'll be really interesting to see if they can do that. And then their opponents are the San Francisco 49ers, and man, those guys are just rock solid in regards to depth. Obviously, they have some great guys on offense like Brock Purdy, who has really come to his own since stepping into the spotlight last season, especially since he was the last overall pick of the 2022 NFL Draft. This guy has done very well with everything that he has gotten. Christian McCaffrey has obviously been one of, if not the best running backs in all pro football, probably the best in the modern era. That guy is impressive, and you got a whole lot of guys like George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk on offense, and their defense as well. They are absolutely loaded with talent, and I can tell you, this is probably the best that I have seen the San Francisco 49ers in such a long time. Probably since their run in 2019 when they made it to Super Bowl 54 or against the Kansas City Chiefs. And at one point before their blow-up in the fourth quarter, it looked like they were even going to win. So yeah, two different stories to go for, and obviously, if you all know, Travis Kelce and his relationship with Taylor Swift has really brought the NFL into pop culture. Obviously, a major increase in viewership, and I can tell you right now, the fact that the Chiefs are in it and Taylor Swift is likely going to be flying from Tokyo all the way to Vegas to see the Super Bowl, I would not be surprised if this probably becomes one of, if not the most viewed Super Bowls ever. Again, for those that know me, I am a pop culture kind of guy, but I do feel like that this Swift-Kelce relationship thing has gotten overplayed quite a bit by the NFL just a little bit, but unfortunately, they're here, so you can highly expect that. But yeah, these are two absolutely amazing teams that have two differentiating stories in regards to their seasons, and when it comes to the overall picture on who I think wins this game, I really think it's going to come down to overall depth and ultimately who I think you want to have the ball with last at the final seconds of this game. And for me, the choice could not be any more clearer. Obviously, everybody is dreading the Chiefs winning it again, but I personally do not think it's going to happen. I think the overall depth on that offense and defense of the San Francisco 49ers, I think it's going to be too much for the Kansas City Chiefs to handle. So I think Super Bowl 58 is going to go to the San Francisco 49ers, and I think they're going to win this one 33-30, in which I think is going to be a very close game. And also because, like I said before, I just want the Swift-Kelce thing to just shut itself down at this point. But yeah, there's a lot of great depth on offense. I definitely feel like that along their defense is really going to get Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City Chiefs offense out of their groove and also mess up their defense just a little bit. Again, I think it's definitely going to be a close game. It's going to go down all the way to the very end at the very last second, just like it did last year. But ultimately, I do feel like that San Francisco is going to come out on top and tie the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers for an NFL record 6th Super Bowl title as a franchise, which they've been trying to get for a while. I think this is the year that they make it happen. So that's my prediction for this year's Super Bowl. The 49ers will beat the Chiefs 33-30. But I'll tell you what, no matter what happens, it's going to be an absolutely great game come tomorrow night. So wherever you are in America or around the world, I definitely hope that you enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow because it is going to be a big one. And that's going to do it. My next live update is going to be around mid-April, so hopefully there will be a lot more fun things that I get to talk about between now and then. Obviously, there will also be a lot more content that will happen throughout the rest of spring and into the early portion of the summer. Hopefully, I'll share a little bit about that with you by then. But as I said before, 5 years on YouTube and we're still going strong. thank you again so much for all the support. I got a lot of great content over the next couple of months that I got planned for you, and obviously, like I said before, be sure you're subscribed to my channel so that way you can see it. I promise you it's going to be a lot of fun and you do not want to miss it. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future video suggestions, whether it's blogs, projects, or challenges, you name it. Leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me in my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you're having another great day. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow, wherever you are watching. And as always, I hope to see all of you again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.